All right. Greetings and salutations, trivia enthusiasts. It is I, Gentleman Jim, the third best trivia host in North America. And I am happy to say that I am back in my subterranean trivia lair. Very happy. Spent a game away over at up there in the great trivia spot in the sky. I was in the penthouse of my off-site secure location last night, top floor of the trivia center at an undisclosed location. But it's not quite the same. You know, the altitude, it plays tricks with my ears. I think I made reference to that. It's good to be back. It's good to be back underground, where I can feel the weight. I can feel the air pressure on my lungs pushing the words out. Let's see. Who do we got? We got a couple of teams in the event right now. Looks like Chris C. in Missouri has stepped aside for a moment. So, yeah, if you are within the sound of my voice and within the sight of this, whatever this is, by all means, go ahead. Hit your phone's app store and download the Triv Now Trivia Night app for your phone. Let's see. I'm going to stick that one there. Right there. Download the free Triv Now Trivia Night app from your app store. Stick it on your phone, and then you can, what you can do, it's going to ask you for a game key. It's going to ask you what game you want to play, and that game right there, X8DH. So I'm going to stick that again in case you're watching me on Twitch, in case you're watching me on YouTube, in case you're watching me on Facebook. Go ahead, download the free Triv Now Trivia Night app. We're going to play a 20-question trivia game. It's not going to be terribly long. There are going to be 8 multiple-choice questions. There are going to be 12 fill-in-the-blank questions. The rules are that the fill-in-the-blank questions, you give I ask a question, you fill in the answer. Those are worth 6 points. You answer a multiple choice question correctly, that is worth 3 points because I'm giving you the answer. It's one of the 4. And then I also do have the speed bonuses enabled. So if you have however much left of your 30 seconds or your 1 minute, fractionally, you will get that fraction of 5 points applied to your score. Also, yes, I am awarding 1 point for the first correct answer to be entered. So if you have a 6-point question, you're the first one to answer it, you do it in, say, 5 seconds, something like that, you're going to end up with 5, 7, almost close to 12 points there. So that's pretty good. Speed definitely matters. Chris C. is back in the game. Jeff S. is in the game. Henry H. is in the game. Henry, I know who you are, and it's good to see you in the game. Good to see those letters there. Anybody else who would like to jump in? We're going to wait just another minute or so. And let's see. In the meantime, I will speak to the people who are playing. I am curious, and I'd like to move forward on this in the next couple of weeks. I'm curious about teams, about people playing as teams. I know that it's possible. Let's see. Anybody who would like to give a shot at putting a team together and playing as a team, I'd like to see what that experience is worth. There's a little video chat option in there as well, so you can throw my babbling voice on top of other people giving it answers. It sounds like, it doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun if I'm being honest. But anyway, maybe I can be quiet for a second and let you talk. Let's see, we do have the chat going. We got a few people on Twitch. What do we have on Facebook? We have a few people watching as well. A couple people not joining in currently, I would like you to reconsider that. It don't cost nothing. Don't cost nothing at all. But yeah, there you go. Bring that caption back up. I'm going to put it across the screen one more time. Download the free Triv Now Trivia Night app from your app store. Yes, it's good for your tablet. Yes, it is good for your phone. No matter, okay, probably not your BlackBerry. Your BlackBerry Torch. I had a BlackBerry Torch. I loved my BlackBerry Torch. You could drop the BlackBerry Torch on the ground. Didn't have to worry. It was made of rubber. It would bounce. All my friends, they dropped their iPhones. Their hearts would skip beats. So, yeah, it's not going to work on your BlackBerry Torch. It's not going to work on your flip phone. But it will work, absolutely, on your Android or iOS compatible device. An Element. I don't know what an Element is. Is that a Chris C jumped in with Element? Is Element a what is that? Is that a Windows phone? Anyway, yeah, I don't know if it works on Windows Phone either. But let's do it. Let's start the game. We got, what do we got? 3 or 4 people in right now. Bringing the music down slightly. And let's start our game. So question number 1 out of 20. Question number 1, it's a fill in the blank. It is worth 6 points. And the category is, who's a good outside linebacker? No, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Question number 1, what basic cable channel is home to the annual Puppy Bowl? And please realize, when I use words like annual, it's the other times, the before times. I'm going to move this up so that, there we go. But I'm still going to put myself in front of that. All right. So here we go. 40 seconds left. Who's a good outside linebacker? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What basic cable channel is home to the annual Puppy Bowl? Got 4 teams in. I think 3 or 4. I don't know. And looking for answers. 17, 16, 15 seconds left. If you're watching along on Facebook, I will warn you, you are probably about 30 seconds behind. So if you are watching on Facebook, that's fine for spectating, not so great for playing along. If you wanted to play on your phone and watch on Facebook, that's not going to work. You could do it on Twitch, though. You could absolutely do it on Twitch. Normally I would say under the wire, not even under the wire. Henry H jumping in after the wire, but I'm going to give that one to the new player. Yes, absolutely. Henry H knows Animal Planet. Animal Planet is where you will find Team Rough versus Team Fluff in the Puppy Bowl. Question number 2. Question number 2. It's a world cultures question. It has to do with languages. Let's see. What do we got here? I'm going to stick this across. I'm going to get rid of that, actually. If you have downloaded the free Triv Now Trivia Night app, there's the game key, X8DH. You can jump in the game. Not too late. 19 questions left. This one only has a 30-second time limit. It's worth 3 points. It's a multiple choice question. Which of these Mediterranean islands is the only one where French is the primary language? Is it Elba? Is it Malta? Is it Corsica? Or is it Sardinia? Which of these Mediterranean islands is the only one where French is the primary language? Is it Elba? Is it Malta? Is it Corsica? Or is it Sardinia? And I'm going to cough here. Excuse me. You're going to see me cough, but you won't hear me cough. And I'm back. Wrestling fans know. Malta, it is the home to WWF, actually WWWF. Great. Baron Cicluna, master of the foreign object. However, they don't speak French in Malta. They speak Maltese. Elba, that's mostly Italian. There's also a local language. Sardinia, they speak Sardinian and Italian, but Corsica is where French is the primary language. There you go. 3 points, plus whatever speed you got on that one. Question number 3. Question number 3 is a pop music question, and we are going back to the 1980s because I am told that all the kids love the 1980s. The only thing the kids love more than the 1980s when it comes to pop music is the 1990s when it comes to pop music. But we're not going to give them what they want. We're going to give them the second best. It is the fruit-based dessert of pop music questions. It's not quite a chocolate ice cream sundae. It's like apple brown Betty. It's still good, but if they said, what do you want totally, you'd probably say chocolate fudge sundae, hot fudge sundae. But here you go. Question number 3. What 80s pop band named itself for the first note in the Chinese classical music scale, which translates to English as Yellow Bell? Looking for the name of an 80s pop band that named itself for the first note in the Chinese classical music scale, which translates to English as Yellow Bell. That's a legitimate pop music trivia question. There's nothing shameful about that one. DJ is in on this. Jeff S. is in on this. Henry H. is in on this. Chris C. is in on this. We got 5 teams registered. I think one of them might be Chris's phone, which is across the room, and now he's playing on his iPad or something like that. I think he's sort of in the game but out of the game at the same time. So 4 answers in, 3 correct answers, because Jeff, DJ, and Henry, well, they'd like it if Chris was correct, because then everybody could Wang Chung tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. Yes, Wang Chung is the it's phonetic. It's a phonetic spelling of the first note on the Chinese classical music scale. It is the tonic. Yellow Bell. Question number 4. Question number 4 is a television question. It relates to animation, and it's for people who keep the kind of hours I keep. Henchman 21 and Henchman 24 serve what late-night cartoon supervillain? Henchman 21 and Henchman 24 serve what late-night cartoon supervillain? And of course, the category is Hench for Life, which, by the way, is tattooed on Henchman 21's stomach. Henry H. is in on this one. DJ submitted an answer. Chris C. submitted an answer. Jeffrey submitted, I'm going to tell him, Jeffrey, I hope you don't mind. Jeffrey submitted 2 question marks, and it was not question mark and the Mysterians, question mark of question mark and the Mysterians, the 60s psychedelic band that did the song 96 Tears. Unfortunately, no. The late night animated series about question mark from question mark and the Mysterians, I do not believe has been made. But Henry H. picking up 8.69 points, getting in the answer. It's the Monarch. The Monarch from Venture Brothers. Absolutely served by Henchman 21 and Henchman 24. Question number 5. Question number 5 is a sports trivia question. It is a multiple choice sports trivia question. I'm going to give you 4 answers. 1 of them is correct. 3 of them are not correct. Let's see. Do you know the answer? That'll make it easier. If not, close your eyes. Pick one. Question number 5. Who is the only Major League Baseball player in history to have won the MVP in both the American and National Leagues? Was it Babe Ruth? Was it Nolan Ryan? Was it Frank Robinson? Or was it Keith Hernandez? Was it Babe Ruth? Was it Nolan Ryan? Was it Frank Robinson? Or was it Keith Hernandez, the only Major League Baseball player in history to have won the MVP in both the American and National Leagues? And again, 4 answers submitted, 3 out of 4 correct. However, this time I was a little surprised because the person who was incorrect was my good friend DJ, who's a sports guy. The answer, it's Frank Robinson. Frank Robinson of the Red Sox and the other team, who I probably should have noted. Frank Robinson won the MVP in both the National and American Leagues. Question number 6. Question number 6 is a film question. It is from the world of film. Question number 6. While still losing money, what 2016 movie had the highest box office gross for a film adaptation of a video game, bringing in $439 million worldwide? While still losing money, what 2016 movie had the highest box office gross for a film adaptation of a video game, bringing in $439 million worldwide? What do we see? What do we see? Are you watching along on Facebook? Are you one of those people? Then you know what you should do. You should download the free TrivNow Trivia Night app from your app store. Won't cost you nothing. TrivNow Trivia Night. You don't want the TrivNow host app. I mean, you could, but then you've got to go and put a game together like this, and that may or may not interest you. But download the TrivNow Trivia Night app and then enter the game key that is right under my fourth chin, X8DH, and you can jump in. Let's see. What do we got? We are over here. Oh. I'm looking at your answers. 4 answers submitted. Unfortunately, nobody is correct. And you'll notice in the wording, the last word I used, worldwide, and I capitalized worldwide. That wasn't a mistake, because the film that grossed that much yet still lost between $15 and $40 million, depending on who you ask, was Warcraft. Warcraft is the highest box office grossing film adapted from a video game, and yet it didn't turn a profit. Question number 7. Question number 7. Chris C., just to anybody who needs to know, hated the film Warcraft. Question number 7, it is a world history question. World history. And it recently came out that Elon Musk of Tesla and SpaceX is now the second richest man in the world behind Jeff Bezos. He is, because of the price of Tesla stock going up, he is now richer than, worth more money than Bill Gates. Well, you go back a few years, and somebody else was the richest man in the world. Bill Gates was for a long time. You go back a little further, you had Howard Hughes, and you go back before that, you had John D. Rockefeller, and you go back before that, maybe a couple thousand years, Mansa Musa, and I'm probably mispronouncing that. Mansa Musa, widely considered to be the wealthiest individual of the Middle Ages, was the ruler of what African empire? This goes back to about the 13th century. And was it the Ghana Empire? Was it the Soso Empire? Was it the Mali Empire? Or was it the Sangay Empire? Mansa Musa, the richest individual in the Middle Ages, and some say if you convert it over, Mansa Musa would be the richest individual in all of history, was the leader of the Mali Empire. Mali. You don't really think of Mali in Africa as being that wealthy today, but you go back Go back 700 years or so. I wasn't thinking when the Middle Ages were when I said a couple thousand years. Question number 8. It is another pop music question. It is more current than Everybody Wang Chung Tonight. But let's be honest, it is by no means current. In fact, it's about 9 years old. Here we go. Question number 7. I'm looking for a first name. I'm looking for a last name. Give me both. I'll give you 3 points for each. What musical artist worked with Arc Music Factory to produce the 2011 viral video hit, Friday? Chris C. Chris C has this one correct. Jeff S has this correct. Henry H has an answer in. Henry H is half correct. Giving you half credit on that one. And 26 seconds left. What musical artist worked with Arc Music Factory to produce the 2011 viral hit, Friday? 14 seconds left. And remember the follow-up song, as you see the category there, not to be confused with the follow-up, Saturday. Saturday really was the follow-up single to the song Friday. And Arc Music Factory working together with Rebecca Black. Rebecca Black. So Henry H had first name correct, had Rebecca, did not have Black. Henry H, you did get speed points. You did get 3 points for the first name, because that's the way we run it here. If I ask for a first name and a last name, I'll give you half credit for each. I know a lot of other trivia hosts don't do that. They just say, give me the last name. All they want is Black or whatever. But this is the way we run it here. Question number 9. Question number 9. It is a vocabulary question. Question number 9. If you are engaged in deglutition, what are you doing? Are you arguing? Are you making sweet, sweet love? Are you sitting or are you swallowing? If you are engaged in deglutition, what are you doing? Are you arguing? Are you making sweet, sweet love? Are you sitting or are you swallowing? And 4 out of 5 answers in, 4 out of 4 answers correct. Yes, absolutely. If you are engaged in deglutition, you are, by all means, swallowing. Yes, that is your answer. Question number 10. Question number 10 is a question about games. I'm going to ask you in this game a question about games. Let's see what you know about games. It is a 6-point answer. It's a fill-in blank. Here we go. Klondike is the most popular variation of what card game, to the point where its inclusion in the name is typically considered unnecessary. Klondike is the most popular variation of what card game, to the point where its inclusion in the name is typically considered unnecessary. A common card game that people have heard of is known as Klondike Blank, and it is so much the most played variation that people don't even use the word Klondike anymore. They just say blank, whatever that card game is. 10 seconds left. This one's stumping a couple of people. This one's 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm looking for some answers here. Jeff in under the wire. DJ did not get an answer in. Going to end that question. And Klondike is the most popular variation. Speaking of Bill Gates, speaking of games you might play on a Microsoft computer, it is the most popular version of Solitaire. So Klondike Solitaire is the plain old solitaire that we think of, with the 7 rows and a thing and a down and cards and you make the stacks, and then eventually 20 minutes has passed and you have accomplished really nothing. All right, we are halfway through. Kate is in the game. Kate is in the game. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to have to drive down to where DJ and Kate live, and I need to make sure that they're okay. All right, halfway through the game. We're going to show the leaderboard, see how we are doing. In first place, halfway through, it is Jeff X. Henry H. in second place, still very much in the game. Chris C., DJ, and Kate. Kate joining us. Absolutely. Well, Kate no longer joining us. That was quick. Kate, you're certainly welcome back in for the second half. Let's see. What's the other thing that I want to do now? Oh, halfway through, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to do it now. Folks, this is definitely something that we enjoy doing, but it is also something that takes time, and we hope that you enjoy doing as well. If you do and you would like to kick a few bucks in to make sure that everything runs smoothly, by all means, feel free to donate on Venmo, on PayPal, on Zelle, or on Cash App. You'll notice that on Venmo, my name there is Trivia Hubbub, and if they ask for the last four digits of my phone number, there they are, 9893. If they ask for the last four digits on PayPal, don't give it to them, because you've done something very wrong. On PayPal, it is Trivia Hubbub, paypal.me/Trivia Hubbub. Zelle, which nobody has ever, I don't believe anybody has ever donated on Zelle, and Cash App, where I had one donation once, and that was it. But there you go. If you are watching along and you're like, what is this? It is the Trivia Late Show with Gentleman Jim. I am Gentleman Jim, the third best trivia host in North America, and I am coming at you from the subterranean trivia lair. By all means, I don't know if Kate is in or out of the game. Right now it says that Kate is out of the game. But we're about to get back to the game. Also, if you're watching, one other quick thing, I do want to let you know, yes, we play another game. We play another style game. It is called Trivia Hubbub. It is put teams together, and we do it on Zoom, and it's a lot of fun, and people like it, but it's not really good for doing at this hour. So keep an eye out for Trivia Hubbub. That's probably where you're seeing this. Whoa, look how big my head got. Got even bigger. Keep an eye out on Trivia Hubbub on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter. Keep an eye out for me, Gentleman Jim. Gentleman Jim, the third best trivia host in North America. Follow me on Triv Now, and it should let you know if you set your alerts. It'll let you know that that I'm starting a game. So here we go. Question number 11. Let's jump back in. Thank you for indulging me there. I'm going to put the board back up. And question number 11. What do we want? We want this is a 4-word answer. 4-word answer. It's worth 6 points. And it relates to politics in general. The category name is From Bob Hope to Ron Chernow. Here we go. What annual springtime event that takes place at the Washington, D.C. Hilton has been attended by every U.S. president since 1944 except Donald Trump? What annual springtime event that takes place at the Washington, D.C. Hilton has been attended by every U.S. president since 1944 except Donald Trump? First host was Bob Hope. Most recent host was Ron Chernow. Before that, there are some names that were thrown in that you may know. People who are Frank Sinatra did it, I think, in the second year. Henry H. coming in. I'm going to give you half credit on that one. I'm looking for 4 words, and Henry gave me 2, so I'm going to give you half credit on that. 3, 2, 1. Chris C is in. Chris C. Yes. Yeah. It's a tough one. The Washington, D.C. Hilton every spring, usually in late April these days. Sometimes it's in the first week of May. That is home to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And I will accept multiple spellings of correspondence, but I'm going to give you 3 points for White House, 3 points for Correspondents' Dinner, more or less, something like that. And yes, that is what has been attended by every president until that guy. That's what I'm going to say. Question number 12. It's a multiple choice question. It is about sashes, tiaras, and swimsuits. Oh my. Which of these is not one of the big four international beauty pageants? Is it Miss International? Is it Miss Earth? Is it Miss World? Or is it Miss Galaxy? Which of these is not one of the big four international beauty pageants? Is it Miss International? Is it Miss Earth? Is it Miss World? Or is it Miss Galaxy? And yes, some people know this. Some people don't know this. We are 2-2 on this one with 4 answers in. Miss International is a very real event. Oh, by the way, the one that I didn't put there was Miss Universe, which is the largest and most popular. But yes, Miss World is a legitimate one of the big four. So is Miss International. So is Miss Earth. However, Miss Galaxy is a beauty pageant held on the island of Tonga every year. And to the best of my knowledge, it is only for people on the island of Tonga. And it has to do with what we would consider, and I'm going to get this wrong, but I'm going to say roughly drag, or those who are gender non-binary, or something, or queer. But that's what Miss Galaxy is. It's a smaller pageant located on the island of Tonga, thrown on the island of Tonga. So there you go. Question number 13. It's about showbiz. I'm looking for a first name and I'm looking for a last name. I'll give you 3 points for each. Question number 13. Saturday Night Live cast member Colin Jost is married to what Hollywood star? First and last name, please. Colin Jost, the pride of Staten Island, New York, is married to what Hollywood star? And yes, I am absolute. Whoa, Kate again. Kate's in, folks. Kate is in. Oh, this is good. Total Cinderella story. Kate is in from the other end of the couch, and she's out for vengeance. Kate is out for trivia vengeance. 5 answers in, 5 answers correct. No pulling anything over on these people because they know they're Staten Island royalty, even if it's married in. Yes, Scarlett Johansson. However you spelled it. Yes, everybody spelled it close enough to Scarlett Johansson for it to be obvious. Question number 14. Question number 14 is a sports trivia question. It's slightly less legitimate. I mean, it's still a sport, and it's still a trivia question. But what Olympic sport centers on a piece of equipment that can only be sourced from quarries in northern Wales or an island off of Scotland? What Olympic sport centers on a piece of equipment that can only be sourced from quarries in northern Wales or an island off Scotland? You want to go to a quarry in Wales or Scotland, the reason you want to go there, probably, in the case of Scotland, probably not the weather most of the time. You want to go there because you are absolutely looking to get involved in curling. The big stone, the big 14-pound stone, comes from the only place that, by regulation, a curling stone with the handle on the top and the brooms and the guys and all that, the only place that can be sourced is two quarries, one in northern Wales and one on an island, on an island off of Scotland. Question number 15. Question number 15 is a film trivia question. Multiple choice, 3 points if you know the answer. Here we go. It's about a popular film series. Which of these directors is credited with the most entries in the Harry Potter film franchise? All of these 4 directors all directed Harry Potter films. One of them directed more than the others did. Was it Chris Columbus? Was it Mike Newell? Was it Alfonso Cuarón? Or was it David Yates? Which of these directors is credited with the most entries in the Harry Potter film franchise? And the answer, as 4 out of 5 of you know, it's David Yates. Chris Columbus directed the first 2. Then it was Mike Newell. Just by coincidence, the way that these 4 answers were shuffled put them actually in order. But David Yates directed the last 4 Harry Potter films. So there you go. Those 4 are right in order. I think that's a coincidence. Chris Columbus directed 2, Mike Newell and Alfonso Cuarón each directed 1, and David Yates directed 4. Question number 16. Question number 16 is a fill in the blank, and I'm looking for 3 important words. I'll give you 2 points for each of the important words. It's a 6-point question. Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, and Bernie Mac are known collectively by what name taken from a 2000 film? Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, and Bernie Mac are known collectively by what name taken from a 2000 film? And there are 3 important words here that I'm looking for. And so far, we have some partial credit, and we have some full credit, and we're waiting on a couple more answers. Here we go. We're going to... Let's see. Yep. Gonna score that one correct. We're gonna score that one correct. There we go. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, and Bernie Mac are known collectively by what name taken from a 2000 film? Unfortunately, I cannot accept mildly funny dudes. I'm very sorry. I really would like to help you out, but that is not acceptable. The 3 important words that I was looking for were original Kings comedy. The original Kings of Comedy was the 2000 documentary film, and I put it right there in the corner, a Spike Lee joint, because Spike Lee directed it. It was a Spike Lee joint, I do believe. The original Kings of Comedy were Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, and Bernie Mac. Question number 17. Question number 17, multiple choice question. 3 points for getting it correct. Here we go. It is about the world, and I want to be very clear about something. I'm going to ask you a question about population, but I'm not looking about in sheer numbers. I am talking about population density. Population density. So here we go. As of 2019, what country is home to the 3 most densely populated cities proper? That is, the actual city boundaries are, within the city boundaries. 4 out of top 10 are in this country. Is it the Philippines? Is it the United States? Is it Iraq? Or is it Bangladesh? As of 2019, the country that is home to the 3 most densely populated cities proper in the world, and 4 out of the top 10. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, and 7. That, folks, 5 answers in, 0 answers correct. I know. When we are talking about cities proper, The Philippines, Manila. Manila in the Philippines is the most densely populated city proper, that is within the city boundaries. Gotcha on that one. I don't even feel bad. Yeah, and then there are 4 more. Look it up. Try me. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 7, really. Question number 18 is a video game question, but it's not. I'm not doing the World of Warcraft thing. I'm not doing modern. I'm going back. I'm going back to back before Kate was born, because that's not fair. Question number 18, the classic arcade game Galaga or Galaga. I think it's Galaga, but I don't want to argue. It was released in 1981. It was the sequel to what Even Bigger arcade hit released in 1979. Galaga was the sequel to what Even Bigger arcade hit released in 1979. And I'm just going to say this. One of you who entered Pong as your answer, that was your answer. That was your answer. I'm not saying it's the right answer. I'm not saying it's the wrong answer. That was your answer. One person said Pong. I'm not saying if it's correct or not. We got 6 seconds left. Kate is angry with me for asking questions from the late 70s and early 80s. That ship that shoots lasers and the things are slowly coming down. You know what, Kate? You know what? I'm giving you 2 points for that. That ship that shoots the lasers. That ship that shoots lasers and the things are slowly coming down. IDK. That was worth 2 points. Actually 3, because she got speed points on it. However, Henry H. actually knew that that Galaga was the sequel to the 1979 hit Galaxian. And I don't think there's any disagreement or regional accent on Galaxian. I think Galaxian is just Galaxian. But Galaga, plenty popular, not as popular as Galaxian, which was Namco's first legitimate arcade hit. Question number 19, the penultimate question. It is about taxonomy. Here we go. Question number 19. Native to Asia and measuring up to 24 centimeters or 9.4 inches. Atticus atlas is the taxonomic name. Word the should be in there. Atticus atlas is the taxonomic name of the largest of what type of insect in the world? Atticus atlas, measuring up to 24 centimeters or 9.4 inches. That is the name, the scientific name, the taxonomic name for the largest of what type of insect in the world. This is the part where you could talk and I wouldn't be interrupting you. We got 4 out of 5 answers in. 1 second, 0 seconds. There we go. Unfortunately, I'm going to end this one. I'm kind of hesitating. Wanted Kate to put in the thing about the lasers and the moving down again. I was going to maybe give her 1 point that time. But anyway, native to Asia, measuring up to 24 centimeters, the Atticus atlas is the taxonomic name for the largest moth in the world. It is the Atlas moth, and it's big. It's big. So yeah, hence the category title, No, You Try to Kill It. Question number 20. Question number 20 is the last question of the game. Where are we going here? We're going devices. We're going to prioritize media. That's what we got to do behind the scenes. We're going to slide down here. We are going out on a picture question like we normally do, or like we have been doing anyway. I think this is what I'm going to do. question number 20. It is a multiple choice question. It is a trivia. This is some good trivia question. You are all familiar with these people because you have seen pictures of them all your life. Here we go. Chang and Eng, the famed Siamese twins, settled in the U.S. Oh my goodness, I messed this up. Okay, I hate this. Oh, you can see it on the app. All right. They bought property in rural area of what state where their descendants still live? If you are watching along on Twitch, or Facebook, you can't see the choices, but the choices are New York, Alaska, North Carolina, or Iowa. It is a multiple choice question. And I made it a minute long. I made it extra long. So anyway, yeah, that's one of the reasons why you should download the app. You should download the app so that you can actually see what everyone else is seeing. Chang and Eng, the famed Siamese twins, settled in the U.S. and bought property in a rural area of what state where their descendants still live? Their descendants have family reunions. And hundreds of people show up. But there you go. Chang and Eng, they took the name Bunker, the Americanized name Bunker, and they married two sisters. And they each had a lot of children, like 8 or 9 children. So yeah, the family is huge. And they all still come back. Chang and Eng, they bought their property in North Carolina. North Carolina is the answer. And again, if you're watching along on Twitch or if you're watching on Facebook, you don't see the answer there because there's not room on the screen. But the answer is North Carolina. Chang and Eng, the famed Siamese twins, settled in the U.S. and bought property in the rural area of North Carolina, where many of their descendants still live. So, folks, that DJ coming in and saying that one was too easy. All right, fair enough. One more time, for those who didn't catch it the first time, if you would like to kick in a few bucks, that's the way to do it. Do it Trivia Hubbub on Venmo or PayPal. TriviaJim@gmail.com, which, by the way, that is my email address. You can email me on that, and I would love to do private events or corporate events, things like that. Normally when I do that, I do not use the TrivNow app. This is really something that's good for a late night situation. But yeah, that's what we're doing. If you would like to jump in, by all means, send me an email, and I'd love to speak to you about that. Okay, now, yeah, let's what do we want to do? There we go. Stick that on the corner again. Let's do the leaderboard. Let's see how it all worked out. Those who are watching along, now you can see. Here we go. Oh, I see what I did. There, that's where I want to be. Oh, Chris C left. Chris C, what'd you do? Tonight's winner, 114.02 points. Henry H. Jeff S. Jeffrey with 97.41. Chris C. was in third place with 57.65. DJ, 37.19. And Kate jumping back in again. Kate with 17.01, including that thing with the lasers and it goes down. I don't know. Yes, you get points for that. By all means. You know why? Because I can. That's why. So, folks, I thank you all for watching along. I thank you all for playing. Keep an eye out. We are going to do this more often. There's a slight chance that I might do this again, like almost immediately. But now, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. I'm gonna keep it the way I'm keeping it. But yeah, there you go, folks. I thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching along. Keep an eye out for Trivia Hubbub. We're gonna be doing that again, probably a little bit more often. And as we say, tell your friends, tell your family, just don't tell my family. Thank you. Have a good night.